Good morning. I just dropped off my 5-year-old at school. Yes, it's 9 o'clock. I love where she goes to school. Disappointed that they're not going to have first grade there, but we'll deal with that another time. Anyways, this morning I want to talk to all the parents and teachers out there. You can see, I've got some crazy lovely hair. I did my 6 a.m. CrossFit workout, and now I'm here with you wanting to share a little bit about an aha moment I've had over the last week or two, because I just really felt like my kids and myself, we were just in a rut. We were driving each other crazy. So if this ever happens to you or is happening to you right now, I want you to listen up, and I know there's other people out there. So if you're watching the replay, share away. My name is Cheyenne, and I blog at shybydesign.com. You can check out that blog. I actually got quite a bit of interest this week in a tortilla recipe that I did to kind of paleofy it. And I know some people hear the word paleo and they freak out and they just think it's extreme and there's no way they're going to touch anything paleo. But I promise you, you'd surprise yourself if you checked out this recipe. Because it's a taco. Who doesn't like tacos? Anyways, let's move on with today. So we're trying to think about ways to kind of break out of a funk if, you're driving your kids crazy, but really maybe you're driving them crazy. Okay, so just be honest with yourself, because our attitudes are contagious. So we need to realize that and take that into account. So for about 2 weeks in January, unfortunately, my kids were sick, my husband was sick. It was just those long nights, long days. And even though I enjoy the cuddles, after 2 whole weeks of sitting around watching TV, especially Curious George, over and over, I love him. There's good messages, but, you can only take so much. Anyways, after all that, I even still felt run down because I was just exhausted from the energy that I was not getting from the kids or from anyone else. I wasn't feeding off of that. We were all run down. We were all tired. So, needless to say, our attitude showed that. And it's been amazing this week and even last week how much our attitudes have changed. And I'm finally getting to hear my kids laugh again. We're smiling. We're cutting up. And that energy is just contagious, and our attitudes are. So I wanted to share with you today to kind of think about the people around you and yourself, okay? Because our energy is contagious. So we've got to take the time to make sure that we're feeding each other the positive energy that we want, okay? So one of the things, like I said, check out how you're acting towards them, okay? And sometimes what really matters, and this is hard, and I'm talking to myself, is that you're living now in the moment. Okay, if you're constantly as a teacher waiting for that bell to ring, you can't wait for the next class to come in or for the last bell of the day, well, guess what? Your kids probably feel the same way too, because that energy is feeding off onto them. If you're always counting down to the next break, guess what? They are too. Okay, so keep that in mind. And with your own kids, if you're constantly just waiting for bedtime, I'm so ready to put the kids to bed so I have my time to myself, which, yes, we need that time. But if you actually take the time to enjoy those moments with them, because we all know soon enough they're going to be over, they're going to be grown up, moved out, busy with their own things. So take that time. It has made a huge difference just in the last week or so. My kids have had some different projects, of course, with Valentine's gifts and different things going on, which I'm going to talk about projects later today, how important projects are. I love them. I know some parents think I'm crazy because they probably hate the word project and think, oh, that's more work for me. But check out later and I'll explain why I think projects are such a positive thing for kids, for parents, for everybody involved. Anyways, so back to feeding off of each other. So if you actually live in that moment right now, don't worry about what happened earlier or yesterday or whatever, and focus on your kids right then. Whether it's your students or your own children, they're going to feel that energy. They're going to get that attention they want. It's only 20, 30 minutes usually where you're trying to push them away. Take that time with them right then and be amazed at how much you enjoy it and they enjoy it too. okay? Because we feed off of each other's energy. Our attitudes are contagious. So remember that. If they're driving you crazy, guess what? It might be you that's driving them crazy too. All right, so it comes around and around. So keep that in mind today, especially with those Valentine parties, teachers. Try to enjoy the moments. Look at the laughter and the happiness on the kids' faces. Try to take a deep breath with the messes and the craziness. I know they happen. We have a love-hate relationship usually with party days as teachers. So just realize how excited they are about it and enjoy that with them. All right. I hope you all have a great Thursday. Thanks for joining me. Again, I'm Cheyenne with Shy by Design. Make sure you share this away because I'm sure there's other parents and teachers that need this reminder this week. Have a great one. Talk to you later.